So as we move into the seated series, you may want to use a strap. Okay, so you might want to get that, and you won't know until you try it, till we get there. I would demonstrate, but I'm just going to wait till we get there. And you may want to get a blanket to sit on. Okay, above in the assignment, I linked the original Ashtanga Yoga series. It's 1 hour and 20 minutes long, and it's crazy. You're welcome to watch it if you really love yoga and you really love power yoga type of thing. This is the original. This is the original. Padapi Joyce is teaching it. He's the one that came up with this series. And almost all yoga, all power yoga, all standing series originates from this man, Padapi Joyce, in this video. And it kind of also gives you an idea how new it is. This new type of yoga that people like to do. It's not that old. Where yoga has been around for 3,000 years. So in comparison, power yoga is very, very new. Okay, I think I'm ready. So get yourself on your blanket. Yeah, the environment of a yoga class is so different than what you're doing here online. I hope that you can come to one of the classes in the fall and experience a class rather than an online video. Okay, seated series modified, which means it's a lot shorter and a lot less like a pretzel. Okay, the seated series always starts out in Dandasana. So your legs are straight. I'll go this way. Kneecaps up, heels flex, so heels press away, toes towards your nose. And then you're sitting up really tall on the sit bones. So here's that alignment again. Hips, shoulders, ears. And what normally happens for students is they have tight hamstrings and a tight back, so they end up on the back of the sit bones. And they roll to the back of the pelvis. One way to correct that is to place the hands behind you and gently lift up the chest. Navel is in, and the chin is slightly tucked to lengthen the back of your neck. And I'm going to get on my blanket. Stick with it about 2 more breaths. Okay, from here we're going to reach up. So it's exactly like a sun salutation. And you're really reaching. Remember, like as if you were on a trapeze in the circus, and the trapeze bar is pulling you up, 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 pulling you forward. Hands come down to the feet or the shins. And you lift and lengthen just like a sun salutation. Drop your shoulders, looking straight ahead. And then you're going to tuck in. Belly starts to come down, chest, chin. And the dristi is the big toes. In Ashtanga, they hold the big toes. They place their peace fingers through the big toe and the next toe and wrap around the toes. Okay, you're going to keep holding the legs or the feet, and you're going to lift and lengthen, flat back, looking up. And then you're going to fold again. And maybe go a little bit further so that the hands reach around the feet. And I'm going to turn to face you so you can see what I'm talking about. a band-aid around the feet. I told you it was crazy, flexible class. Last breath. And then you're going to reach up. Dandasana, so the first position. East facing plank. You're going to lean back and the hands come behind you. Fingertips point towards your feet. And your hands are about shoulder width apart. You're going to push the floor away and lift up your hips. You can drop the head back. And imagine the thighs are moving towards the ceiling. Like there's a cable lifting the tops of your thighs up, up, up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to come down. Okay, now you take a vinyasa. So it's plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. And that's the word for it. They say take a vinyasa. So crisscross the legs, hands and knees, jump back, lower down, scoop up, down dog. You're going to look up between your thumbs. Remember, you can walk, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. And this time you cross your feet and sit back down in a crisscross. Okay, one leg forward, one knee bent. I think I'm going to turn to face you. What you're going to do here is lean toward the straight leg. Reach up with the opposite arm, so the arm with the bent knee. And now you're going to lean way forward, way down like you have to touch your toes, and you're going to reach behind you. Opposite hand reaches behind you. So that you can hold hands with yourself. This is where a strap comes in. So if you have a yoga strap, you can place it behind you, close to your hips. You can reach up, forward, behind, and grab the strap. Turn around again. How you doing? Okay, once you get all that, your belly's going towards your thigh, your chin's going towards your shin, and we'll take another breath. Exhale. You just reverse the top arm. So it goes to the toes, around, back down, and then we're just going to switch sides. Bend the knee. Lean towards the long leg, towards your toes, around. Hold hands with yourself or grab your strap. Tuck in. Okay, we're going to start coming out. Now we twist. So we bend the knee without crossing over. Zip up nice and tall. And I'll turn sideways. You're going to twist toward your thigh. So the belly button starts to move towards the inner thigh. And then I usually pause and lift up. the long leg arm is going to go around your knee. You pause and breathe. And then finally you twist. Opposite hand comes behind you. And you don't lean back. Just place your fingers on the mat. Because there's that alignment, shoulders over hips. And if I lean back, my shoulders will not be over my hips. Okay, we're coming out. Just unwind to center, straighten the leg, and repeat on the other side. Bend the knee. Navel towards thigh. Long leg arm wraps around the knee. I don't know if you could hear that on video, but my back just cracked. Felt good. We're going to start coming out, so just start to unwind. And then you're going to take a vinyasa. So cross the feet. Down dog. Look up between your thumbs, walk, hop, or jump to the top of the mat. Sit down, and the feet come out in front of you. Boat pose. I'm going to turn to face you. You're going to crisscross your legs. Okay. And you're going to put your hands down on the mat and pick your bum up. There's another way to do this where you're in lotus. Maybe it's better if I go with the side. You're in lotus, and then you lift up. Down, boat pose. We're going to do that again. So, I'm going to crisscross, lower down the legs, hands to the floor, lift up, or lift everything up, or lotus. Down, out. Couple breaths here. We're going to lie down on our backs and do bridge pose. Make sure your strap is close by. That way you don't have to sit back up to get it. Heels are lined up with sit bones, and your feet are parallel to the mat. Make sure your toes are not outward. Arms are down to your sides. Maybe tuck the shoulder blades under a little bit. Imagine you have a marble right under your belly button. Roll that marble into your belly button, flatten your back. And as you flatten your back, start to lift up your bum. Keep coming up. Palms down on the mat. The ball of the big toe is pressing down. Nose stays pointed to the ceiling. You can even lift up your heels. Another variation is to place the palms together under your back. Interlace your fingers and then straighten your elbows. Come up higher on the shoulders. start to lower down. So if you're in a shoulder opener, come down a little bit and then release your shoulders. Starting at the top of the vertebrae, to the middle, to the tailbone. Untuck the shoulders, maybe hug the knees in. We're going to do that one more time. Or you can move into wheel. So feet are on the mat, hip width distance apart for bridge. If you want to go into wheel, the hands come over your shoulders. I'm going to separate my feet a little wider than my hips. If you're in bridge, you're going to start to lift up. You can lift up the heels in bridge, not in wheel. And we're all going to take one more breath and then lower down. Again, hugging the knees in. And this time it may feel good to rock from side to side, massaging your back along the mat, against the mat, not along it, against it. After bridge, it sometimes feels good to roll the head to the right and to the left. A nice counter pose is for the neck is when you're hugging your knees in, you can lift up your head, taking your forehead toward your knees. Just for a breath. Okay, and we're going to repeat the yoga recline series, leg with strap. Now you don't have to use a strap. If you are, remember you're going to place the strap around the arch of the foot. Your hand is, both sides of the strap are in the hand. Okay. And you don't have to use a strap. You can either hold the leg or hold the foot. In Ashtanga, again, they hold the big toe. Straightening both legs now, drawing the extended leg towards your face, and then away from you. Up and across you. If you haven't done these, I think they're in module 7. Up, right, so the same foot, same arm. The opposite arm is holding the thigh, hand on the thigh. Not holding it, hand on it. Lift up your head, taking your head towards your leg towards your hand. Bend the knee, head down, release. Opposite leg comes up. Hold on to the leg, foot, toe, or use the strap around the arch of the foot. Opposite arm is in T. Opening outward to the side. Up. Switch hands. Across the body, the leg goes this time. Head can roll opposite direction of the leg. Roll to your back. Hand to thigh. Lift up your head. Release. Relax. Let everything go. The legs flop out to the sides. Your legs become effortless. Relax your shoulders all the way down to your fingers. Allow the jaw joints to hang loose, separating the upper and lower teeth. Eyes are closed. And just notice that you are breathing. Go ahead and log roll over to rest on your side. Placing the palms down to press yourself up. Into a comfortable seated position. And the palms of the hands can come together. Namaste.